Well, for me, since I'm not a doctor or a clinician, I take on a different role. I see it through a different lens. I see it from the financial standpoint, from an investor standpoint. So I'm looking at the companies, not so much from a medical standpoint, but I'm looking at them. So how would they go to market? Who are their end users? What do their financial statements look like right now? What's the investor proposition that we can build to make them sexy to investors to put their money into it? I think, aside from the people at the AUA who I've known through video conferencing and got to know them over the past 6-7 months, seeing them in person, establishing those relationships are always important for me. I like the face-to-face, the personal interaction. But I was really, I was impressed with all the companies that presented today. No major flaws that I could see. Everyone had wonderful ideas, well thought out, extremely intelligent board, just surrounded by the people here and the quality of the people and the education of the people and their professionalism in their field was really impressive. Oh, I think definitely the interaction with people. I think getting to know, putting a face to the voice that you deal with, usually on Zoom calls and conference calls, to gauge their reaction and how they feel about their product and what they're pitching in person, to feel that energy, that body language, to see if there's a conviction there to do so. I think that's real important, especially from us. We've got to sell this to our investors, to whether it's institutions or family offices. So having that confidence in them, that they have confidence in what they're doing, I think is really important. Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. We have some other companies that we've dealt with in the MedTech space that are not members of this, and it's going to be my strong suggestion that they do. I think the experience they get here and the education they get here, the interactions that they make is absolutely invaluable, and they should definitely do it. No, I think it's a great question, and I think so our firm is basically, we're agnostic, silo agnostic, so we'll look at any company in any industry. When you're dealing with a consumer product, it's who's the end user, how it's going to be, and you create that investor proposition for them from a marketing standpoint. How are you going to go out to them? When you're talking about biotech and medical technology, it's very different. It's very technological. And most people just, that's not their bandwidth. That's not what they understand. So how do we make something like catheters relatable to the end user? And can we make that a relatable product so that we can then use that to move forward, to build a story around it for an investor? We deal mainly in Jobs Act raises, and the Jobs Act came out in 2012. It's the Jumpstart Our Businesses Act. It was a bipartisan thing from Obama, and it helps smaller companies go to market and access capital faster. It's basically democratization of capital formation. So when we look at these other companies, we want to do a Reg CF with them, which is up to $5 million. We want to do Reg Ds, which are higher, Reg A's pluses, which go IPO. We need to be able to position these companies so that we can create a strategy and a brand around them, that people want to use them, and then you create user investors as well as investor acquisition at the same time. So you make the product relatable.